Hey guys, it's Logan Holmes. So, on April 2nd, 2018, Fred5017 had uploaded a video saying THQ Nordic revives Nick games, Battle for Bikini Bottom Remastered, and more. What to expect? So, we're going to be getting some Nicktoons video games back. Some of them new ones, and then of course they're going to release old Nicktoons games to new platforms. So THQ is who released the most games. We got Ren and Stimpy Buckaroos for NES and SNES, Ren and Stimpy Vidiots for Game Boy and SNES, Ren and Stimpy Fire Dogs for SNES, Ren and Stimpy Time Warp for SNES, Rugrats Search for Reptar for PS1, Rugrats Movie for GBC, Rugrats Scavenger Hunt for N64, Rugrats Studio Tour for PS1, Rugrats Time Travelers for GBC, Rugrats Totally Angelica for GBC and PS1, Rugrats in Paris for GBC, N64 and PS1, SpongeBob Legend of the Lost Spatula for GBC, Rocket Power Getting Air for GBC, Rocket Power Team Rocket Rescue for PS1, Rugrats Castle Keepers for GBA, SpongeBob Operation Krabby Patty for PC, Rocket Power Extreme Arcade Games for PC, Wild Thornberry's Chimp Chase for GBA, Rugrats All Grown Up for PC, Rocket Power Dream Scheme for GBA, SpongeBob Super Sponge for GBA and PS1, Jimmy Neutron for GBA, GCN, PC, and PS2, Hey Arnold the Movie for GBA, SpongeBob Revenge of the Flying Dutchman for GBA, GCN, and PS2, Rocket Power Beach Bayonets for GBA, GCN, and PS2, Wild Thornberry's Movie for GBA and PC, SpongeBob Employee of the Month for PC, Rugrats Munchin Lane for PC, Jimmy Neutron vs. Jimmy Negatron for GBA and PC, Fairly Odd Parents Enter the Cleft for GBA, Rugrats I Gotta Go Party for GBA, Rugrats Royal Ransom for GCN and PS2, Rugrats Go Wild for GBA and PC, Rocket Power Zero Gravity Zone for GBA, Jimmy Neutron Jet Fusion for GBA, GCN, and PS2, Attacking the Power of Juju for GBA, GCN, and PS2, SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom for GBA, GCN, PC, PS2, and Xbox, Fairly Odd Parents Breaking the Rules for GBA, GCN, PC, PS2, and Xbox, Fairly Odd Parents Shadow Showdown for GBA, GCN, PC, and PS2, Nicktoons Basketball for PC, Jimmy Neutron Attack of the Chonkies for GBA, GCN, and PS2, Nicktoons Freeze Frame Frenzy for GBA, Attack 2 for GBA, GCN, PS2, and Xbox, Rugrats All Grown Up Express Yourself for GBA, Nicktoons Movement for PS2, SpongeBob Movie for GBA, GCN, Mac, PC, PS2, and Xbox, Nicktoons Unite for DS, GBA, GCN, and PS2, Daytime Ultimate Enemy for GBA, Attack Great Juju Challenge for DS, GBA, GCN, PS2, and Xbox, SpongeBob Lots Camera Paints for DS, GBA, GCN, PC, PS2, and Xbox, SpongeBob Yellow Avenger for DS and PSP, Nicktoons Winners Cup Racing for PC, SpongeBob 90 Nightmare for PC, Fairly Odd Parents Class with the Anti-World for GBA, Danny Phantom Urban Jungle for DS and GBA, Avatar for DS, GBA, GCN, PC, PS2, PSP, Wii, and Xbox, SpongeBob Creature from the Krusty Krab for DS, GBA, GCN, PS2, and Wii, Nicktoons Battle for Volcano Island for DS, GBA, GCN, and PS2, LT Gray for DS and PS2, Avatar Burning Earth for DS, GBA, PS2, Wii, and Xbox 360, Nicktoon's Attack of the Toybots for DS, GBA, PS2, and Wii. SpongeBob Atlanta SquarePants for DS, GBA, PS2, and Wii. Drawn to Life SpongeBob for DS. Avatar Into the Inferno for DS, PS2, and Wii. Tat and the Guardians of Gross for PS2 and Wii. Attack Mojo Mistake for DS. Barnyard Salt Bucket Games for DS. Nicktoon Squads of Doom for DS, PS2, and Wii. SpongeBob vs. the Big One Beach Party Cook-Off for DS. SpongeBob True for Square for DS, PSP, Wii, and Xbox 360. SpongeBob Boating Bash for DS and Wii. SpongeBob Squiggle Pants for 3DS and Wii. And SpongeBob Surf and Skate Road Trip for DS and Xbox 360. And then we also had some side games. I guess all these companies got the rights to these games somehow. Sega published 2 games. Ren and Stimpy's Invention for Genesis, and Ren and Stimpy Quest for the Shaven Yacht for Game Gear. Viacom, who, the Nick's parent company, published 2 games. Rocko's Modern Life, Spunky's Dangerous Day for SNES, and Aro Monsters for Genesis and SNES. Hasbro published Nicktoons Racing for GBC and PC. Infro Games published the GBA and PS1 version of Nicktoons Racing. So, Nicktoons Racing, were published by different companies. Those GBC and PC published by a different company than who published GBA and PS1. Then Info Games also published Nickelodeon Party Blast for GCN, PC, and Xbox. Mattel published Rugrats in Paris for PC, and as you can see, THQ published Rugrats in Paris for GBC, PS1, and N64. Well, GCN, N64, PS1. That's in alphabetical order. So yeah. So PC was published by Mattel for whatever reason. And 2K Play Games published Nicktoons MLB for 3DS, DS, Wii, and Xbox 360. Okay, so SpongeBob Squiggle Pants, the second to last game, published by THQ, used the Wii version used the U-Draw game tablet, which the U-Draw game tablet was sold, I guess you could say, pretty well. The Wii version of it did, but then in 2011, which is the last year that these games were released in, that THQ released Nick games. They also released the PS3 and Xbox 360 version of the U-Draw game tablet, and it sold awful. And as a result, THQ went bankrupt, and the Nick license was sold to Activision, who published 4 games. SpongeBob Plankton's Robotic Revenge for 3DS, DS, PS3, Wii, Wii U, and Xbox 360. Avatar Legend of Korra for PC, PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. Avatar Legend of Korra New Era Begins for 3DS. And SpongeBob Hero Pants for 3DS, Vita, and Xbox 360. But then in 2017, Activision lost their Nick license because these two SpongeBob games were, I would say, awful. Some of the worst games ever. But then you have, well, THQ, so THQ in 2006, whenever THQ went bankrupt, they were sold to, well, they were bought by Nordic, and in 2016, they renamed themselves THQ Nordic. And, and they ended up getting the Nick license back from Activision. And as you can see, the titles are Avatar, Barnyard, Cat Scratch, Danny Phantom, El Tigre, Invader Zim, Jimmy Neutron, My Life as a Teenage Robot, Rocket Power, Rocko's Modern Life, Rugrats, SpongeBob, Tak and the Power of Juju, Fairly Odd Parents, Ren and Stimpy, and Wild Thornberries. So many of these, as you can see, I don't think My Life's a Teenage Robot. But yeah, I know it wasn't on there. But yeah, as you can see, I know Cat Scratch, Invader Zim, My Life's a Teenage Robot, and that's all. They weren't, those three were not on the list, but they were playable characters in Nicktoon's games. And Rocko's Modern Life, THQ never published any Rocko's Modern Life games. So, those were published by Viacom, but I'm sure Viacom may have gave THQ Nordic the rights to those games, because, I mean, Viacom, like I said before, is the parent company of Nick. So I don't know about Sega, Infro Games, Sega, Hasbro, Info Games, Mattel, and 2K Play. If they had it, if they gave rights, if they gave THQ Nordic the rights, or Activision, but I'm sure we don't want those Activision games. But, yeah, so, like Invader Zim and Rocko's Modern Life, as you know, there are going to be TV movies for those coming back soon. And, because, Invader Zim and My Life as a Teenage Robot, Zim and Jenny were playable characters in Nicktoon's, Attack of the Toy Bots, wait, no, Globs of Doom. Pretty sure. So, and also, in addition, there's going to be a Loud House game coming out. So, what else did I have to say? So, many of these games, like, for example, there's one game, Danny Phantom Urban Jungle. There were supposed to be a lot of console versions. So we just got DS and GBA versions of Urban Jungle, but if it'll load, I'll show you what we could have got. Okay. There were supposed to be PC, PS2, PS3, PSP, Xbox, Xbox 360, GCN, and Wii versions of Urban Jungle, but they were all cancelled. And it was supposed to be an open world RPG action-adventure MMO developed by Valve Corporation. So, if we'd have gotten... I really hope that we get the open world RPG action-adventure version of Danny Phantom Urban Jungle. Plus, I mean, it says console versions, but I mean, well, DS and GBA are consoles. I mean, they're handheld consoles. They're not home consoles, so, but they are consoles in some sort. So I don't know if, of course, on the cancel list are PC and PC versions. So I don't know if they were supposed to be, if they were supposed to have the online like, well, it doesn't say that was supposed to be online, but open world RPG. Kind of wonder if they would have had them. So some console versions were canceled. Like, for example, this is the big one here, but I mean, there's supposed to be an Xbox version of Rocket Power, one of the Rocket Power games that was on. It was yeah, Beach Bandits and Rocket Power Beach Bandits and Nicktoons Unite. There was supposed to be an Xbox version for both of those, but it was canceled. So I really hope that whenever all these games are released, I hope that it just doesn't do, they don't do their weird thing like this game's going to be released. Like I hope, like I don't want a bunch of, like we got a bunch of GBA exclusives, PC exclusives. I don't want that. I'd like for these to be all multi-format games. And some, like, for some strange reason, like, see, Talking the Power Juju, there was no Xbox version for it, but then we got TAC 2, and there was an Xbox version for it. And same thing goes with Great Juju Challenge. And then there's the two that really aren't, that I guess you could say indirect sequels, Guardians of Gross and Mojo Mistake, they weren't. There wasn't an Xbox version for either one of those. Plus, that was for Xbox 360. And as you can also see, you know, there was never a THQ, a Nick game published by THQ released for PS3. It's all just PS2. So, I don't know. I find that kind of strange. And then, of course, like, only Activision, only Plankton's Robotic Revenge and Legend of Korra came to PS3. So I really hope that we get a bunch of multi-format games like all of your current platforms. You got like 3DS, PC, PS4, Switch, Vita, and Xbox One. You got, oh, and Mac, of course. I guess you could put Mac versions, because, like, and yeah, Mac is another one of those things, because, SpongeBob Movie is the only, Nick game on here that got a Mac version. And so yeah, Mac too. So yeah, so 3DS, Mac, PC, PS4, Switch, Vita, and Xbox One. And you know what? Once again, like 3DS, Android, Mac. Oh, wait, sorry. 3DS, Android, iOS, Mac, PC, PS4, Switch, Vita, and Xbox One. That is all of your formats, all of your current formats. And that is what I am hoping to see. I think I've pretty much said all that I needed to. So, anyway, and I'm sure they're going to be releasing more games. And, you know, maybe, just maybe, if all these, with the re-releases of all these Nicktoons games, maybe we can get some more news on the Nicktoons movie. And not only that, but also look at the fact Ren and Stimpy is on this list. And Paramount's, while Paramount is like adult party cartoon, ruin Ren and Stimpy. So Paramount's like, Ren and Stimpy doesn't deserve a second chance because of adult party cartoon. But then THQ Nordic, and they're like, Ren and Stimpy deserves a second chance. So maybe this'll, maybe THQ Nordic can teach Paramount a lesson. Because, you know, they turned down, not only just Ren and Stimpy in the Nicktoons movie, there's supposed to be a Ren and Stimpy movie. The long-awaited Ren and Stimpy movie that was, announced way back in 1993, and then canceled after Paramount, after, in 1994, I think, after Paramount purchase, well, after Viacom purchased Paramount. And then, but then they tried to bring it back to Paramount, but then Paramount's canceled it.